like a shadow of the brother. He represented his brother, and that is why he was able to be noticed. So why this analogy? The old sanctuary is a shadow of the new covenant sanctuary. We don't know, or nobody ever saw what is happening in the new sanctuary. But because we knew, or it's been written down of what was happening in the old sanctuary, we have a shadow of what is happening in the new sanctuary. So, Henry, I want you to take us through this relationship bit, and Henry will give us a deeper perspective of what is important about relationships in the new covenant sanctuary.
Happy Sabbath. Asante Chabi. Okay, from Saturday's bit, you realize that there is a story about a gentleman, and there is a description hapo inasema, and even in the darkness, your mannerism, your way of walking, your figure all remind me so much of him. It means that as much as unafanana ndugu yako sana, bado unafikiria nani? Ndugu yako, si ndio? Nimekufananisha na ndugu yako tu. Umefanana naye kila kitu, lakini the person in my mind ni nani? Ni ndugu yako, si ndio? And that is what we want to understand about the covenant sanctuary. That the old covenant was still instigated by God. Ilianzishwa na Mungu bado. It is not that it was only rituals, though human beings who took part in it made it a ritual. And that is why God had to send his son so that he could make it clearer to us that the new and the old zote ni zake, lakini moja was a symbol of the real thing. Moja was a symbol of the real thing. And we want to understand how important relationships are, in making an agreement or in making a covenant with someone. When you plan to make a covenant with someone, you need to first relate. You need to find some things that are common to you both. Kuna zile vitu mtaamua kuacha, kuna vile vitu mtaamua kupenda nyinyi wote wawili, si ndio? There are things you have to agree so that the covenant can maintain, and you may not encounter wrangles among you mukiendelea na nini, na mukiendelea na covenant as you continue in your agreement. So relationships, you find that relationships are very important to Christ. Relationships are very important to Christ. That is why 6 days he created, but on the 7th day he rested so that you and I can come from home, he can come from heaven, so that he can dwell with us, so that he can have a full day relationship with us. You work 6 days, lakini ile siku ya 7 unamwachia tu, munaelewana naye, munaongea, unamwambia shida zako na unamwambia Mungu, nimefanya hivi na hivi, kwa hivyo nisaidie, kuna kitu pia napanga kufanya wiki ijayo, tafadhali kuwa na mimi. And he also reminds you that he is there for you. So relationships are very, very important to Christ. Even as I speak, I'll still welcome some of you to share your thoughts a bit, but be very brief, tafadhali, because of time, about relationship. If anyone has anything to add on relationship aspects and how important they are, does God view them as important? What is your view on the relationship that Christ? Anyone with anything to add? Kama hakuna ninaweza endelea so that you can just summarize. You can add mwishowe. Tabi, I think that is all I had for relationships. That they are important. They are important. God views relationships as very important. That is why he told them to go and make for me a sanctuary, that I may come from heaven so that I may be with you. You also, okay, Mungu angeamua kuambia kila mtu basi ajenge sanctuary kwa nyumba yake, si ndio? Mbona angewaambia wajenge kwa nyumba yao, kila mtu kwa nyumba yake? He decided that let it be a common place so that he can be the in-between two people, and he can also be like he is in between two people. Watu wawili waelewana, si ndio? Na hawa watu wawili pia